right, man. Welcome back to Let's Talk with Gales and Dean. I'm your boy Gales as usual. To my left here.
Man, you know who it is, man. It's your boy, the insane, Mr. Dean, with my brother, my partner in crime, the big ugly himself, Mr. Gale.
Thank you. As usual. Hey, man, I like the shirt. Looking good over there. Looking
Yeah,
swole, a
man.
little bigger than usual. What's going on, man? Got the workout
Hey,
going?
man. Yeah, man. You know, holidays coming up, so you gotta kind of keep it together because we're gonna be eating good. A lot of pies, cakes, all that sweets, all that good stuff, man.
Right.
Fruit tea. My auntie Brenda, she makes this man. She make a some sort of batch of punch, the best punch you ever tasted in your life. I don't know what she mixed off in it. I don't know what she put off in it, but whenever she bring that punch or make it get together something, it's gone. The 2 jugs she bring gone, like it don't last at all. So you know, gotta stay good for that, man. Got all that coming up. But other than that, though, you know.
Absolutely,
You're looking swell. Absolutely. Got the hair lined up. I think you got the semi-beard lined up this week.
That's what I'm trying to keep it in the shadows with this bad lighting. Don't even worry about that.
Hey, you started to grow it down there. I cut mine down. I shouldn't have, but I'm gonna regrow it back. But I see you got the hair growing down there. You still lacking right on the side.
Youthful thing going. I know, man. Bald everywhere. Well, yeah, man. So today's title, Thanks and Giving. Must be thankful for. This is the season and all that good stuff. Man, you talked about that menu. I literally, immediately got hungry. I got to work on that.
Man, I'm telling you, man. You know what? And the thing is, like, dude, living out here in Missouri, a lot of these people have never even heard of chest pie. They don't know what it is. They do not know what chest pie is, dude.
In Missouri,
they eat this thing called. It's like the kind of pie they eat is like some kind of buttermilk pie.
I have heard of it.
I ain't tried it yet, but I'm gonna try it. But man, they be like, man, bring some of that chest pie back when you go. I'm like, y'all ain't never ate chest pie, chocolate or the regular. They've never ate chest pie. Like a lot of them don't know what chest pie is, and it's hard to explain like what you make chest pie because chest pie really is a big batch of sugar.
Sugar, butter, like eggs, right?
Yeah, you know, so it's hard. They be like, "What you make it out of?" I'm like, "Shit, sugar." Yeah.
Sorry, man. My son coming down and say, "Hey, what's up, man? You made ice cream? Okay, save me some." Anyway, look, man. So there's a lot going on. When we talk about Thanksgiving, man, there's things to be thankful for, but there's also some things that to be aware of and pay attention to. And usually we want to pay attention to some things. This is where I kind of bring Dean in with the conspiracy Dean theme. Do we have a conspiracy this week?
I do.
Okay, here we go. Conspiracy theme, Dean, go.
My conspiracy this week, man, and this goes to our slain brother, rest in peace, Young Dolph, rapper from Memphis, Tennessee, that was gunned down in the cookie shop the other day. But my conspiracy is pertaining towards him and a couple other rappers that wear this. They wear this ring, and it's a ring of a star. All right, they all wear a ring, and it's a star. It was Young Dolph, Pop Smoke, Nipsey Hussle, Tupac, Mo 3. All of them was killed by gunshots. Every last one of those rappers was killed by gunshots. It's something to it with this ring. Like, most of these rappers, and they all had the same exact ring. So it's something to this ring. I don't know if it's bad luck or whatever label you signed to. It's something with this ring that's not bringing these rappers to live a full life. And they all get killed very tragically in horrific gunshots or some type of murder. None died of natural cause. None died of car wreck. Nothing like it. Murdered. Gunshot.
Everybody.
And the fact of Mo 3 was gunned down on the highway. Pop Smoke was ambushed, gunned down in a rental home in California. Nipsey Hussle was gunned down in front of his store. We all know the Tupac store was gunned down in Las Vegas in the car. Car pulled up, shot him. And now this recent episode with Dolph buying cookies in a famous cookie store that is in his own hood in Memphis. Two shooters came up and took him out. It's some conspiracy behind that ring. I'm telling you, some is. I'm digging deeper, more into it, but it's some conspiracy behind that ring.
Man, that's so tragic. You know,
It
like
is.
they talk about young Dolph going home to deliver turkeys. You know, I mean, it's so sad. Like this vicious cycle of you don't want to. People are on rappers for like, you know, oh, he don't go back to the city. You know, he forgot where he came from, and
Hmm.
like, man, if this is what you're going back to, can you really blame him? You know,
And the
like
thing is,
how do you do that? How do you help that?
and he was in his own city. He felt comfortable enough to
Right.
go to that store, to that cookie shop by himself because that's how much his city loved him. Well, we know he had beef with a couple of guys in the city, but the neighborhood he actually grew up in, he was he was there a lot. Even though he didn't still live in Memphis, he came back home a lot. I think he got a couple of, well, he got more than a couple of properties. He owned over 100 properties. He invested well with his money, very smart. He didn't just go out and blow it. He invests and he owns a lot of stuff. And I ain't mistaken, I think he owns his own masters. So by saying that, um, his kids would they get all his royalties because he owned his own masters. He no record label owned it, but to be in your own hood on a day, and then I think today was the day he actually was supposed to give out turkeys. You going to get
Mm,
cookies at a shop that you've been going to since you was a kid, not knowing that you turn around, you got two gunmen right there to take you out in your own city, in your own hood. That's some crazy stuff to go to, but that's the world we live in. That's the world. Nip got killed in his city, at his store. Mo 3 got killed in his city. King Vaughn got
right.
killed in his. So I mean,
Mo three
it,
on the
it,
highway, like
on the
during
highway, on the
broad
highway,
daylight.
broad daylight. Didn't have a
Yeah,
chance when you know what you do when you turn around and you see that gun pointing at you, and bullets. They come so fast, so you can't duck it. You don't never know when it's your time to go. Anyway, when it's your time to go, it's time to go. But that's tragic, and you can't. You be a celebrity
mm,
and go back to your own city, and then you got to worry about somebody taking you out over jealousy, over clout. Somebody want to make a name for themselves. You never know why people do half the shit they do it, but they do it.
pray the man.
And that one kind of stung with Dolph, man, because being from Tennessee and then he from Memphis, that's close. My family is from Mississippi, where we got a lot of ties in Memphis. So, and he just gave back the community. He wasn't one of them, I ain't gonna say he wasn't a flash rapper because, of course, you make money, you have all the jewels and the cars and
Hmm.
everything, but he gave back. He literally gave back, came back every year and gave back. So it was senseless. It was a senseless act of violence.
Right.
Another gun violence. Another person gone to gun violence.
Well, we were talking before we went on air about, you kind of looking at that conspiracy and seeing that all these slain rappers had the same ring. You know, we were talking about how early Christians adopted the pentagram to represent the five wounds of Christ, right? Two in the leg, two in the arm, one on the side. It's Man, that's so eerie. I mean, that's the best way I can even describe it. Like, whew, I couldn't imagine. And I don't know why. I don't know what leads people to do a lot of what they do. And I say they, but we, a lot of what we do. You know what I mean? Like hearing those people on the news talk about Young Dolph's slaying, it's just you can just hear the hurt. People didn't even know how to process and how to talk about it. It's senseless, and that it's a sense of hopelessness because they don't believe it's going to get better. And it's like what do you have to grab onto to try to believe that? You know,
And like I don't get it, man. And you never will. You never will get it because jealousy. When you become successful, you always got somebody going to be jealous of your success. And I don't
mm,
care what that is you do. You can just be a regular, everyday person, and you get a promotion at a job you're working at, and somebody's going to be jealous of your success. They're going to envy you. And most ways of that, when it comes to these rappers, you got somebody trying to get clout, somebody jealous of you, somebody envy of you. So
Mm-hmm.
if they trying to come up or just make a name for themselves, the best way to do it is, well, I'm gonna take this person out. And there you go. I mean, if you go back and find the video of the little dudes that killed Pop Smoke, this dude making got a phone in prison some kind of way or in jail wherever he was at, and you know what I'm saying, he laughing and joking about it because he made a name for himself, even though you ain't gonna see the light of day, but you made a name for yourself because you killed Pop Smoke. You know, and they think
Right.
it's a joke and think it's funny. So just senses that some people just ain't got no feeling for life.
Yeah, and it starts with no sense for themselves, right? They don't really have concern for themselves. So how can you expect them to show respect for anybody else or anybody else's property? Um, yeah, man, we gotta. I'd rather talk about Thanksgiving again, man. Dog, that was so heavy. And look, bear with us because it's gonna be one of those shows because there's so much going on. Um, like, hey, Lee, what do you think? Should we just go straight into some trending topics?
It's on you, man.
Man, I need to lighten the mood. Let's get a little music going. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Well, you ain't dance with me or nothing.
Oh
All
man, I
right.
forgot to do a little.
Yeah, I know, man. Trending topics, aka Tropics. Mr. Dean, what you got for us this week?
Oh man, my trending topic this week is this buffoon idiot. Once again, and we should not be surprised when I say this name,
Oh Lord, don't do it.
Antonio freaking Brown with
Oh
the
my
fake
goodness.
COVID vaccine card. When I found out, I was like, "Are we surprised? If anything, to come from Antonio Brown, that it's not good." No, this dude have done dumb stuff really since he's been in the NFL. Well, not since he's been in the NFL, but when he started making a name for himself, he has done dumb stuff, and he's going to continue to do dumb stuff because Antonio Brown thinks he's invisible until they finally say enough is enough and your ass is out the league.
Pay the man. How dare you, Dean? How dare you? But yeah, so man, I found this news out through you. I was like, where you get it from? USP? It's like, oh, that's as official as it can get. But yeah, man, that's a interesting case. Like, what makes that interesting for me is the fact that he felt the need to, you know, acquire a fake card. Like, I don't want to take the vaccine for whatever reason, but instead of putting myself out there like that, I'm just gonna get a fake card because I also don't want to wear the mask, do the precautions, or take the test. You know, like that's what really gets me, man. You know, but there's a certain mentality that I feel like I always want to look at what drives a person to that sort of action, and I think that's what it is. Is this weird like, oh man, I hate to say it. You know what? I ain't gonna say it. Let me see. How can I say it without saying it? It's
No, go
a
ahead, say
hunt.
it. Go ahead, say it. Go
It's
ahead,
like
say it.
a hunt for witches. Did I cover it up enough? Did I go? It's like a hunt for witches. Like back in Salem, a bunch of bored teenagers or preteens are just like, "Oh, witch! She's over there doing math." It's like that's nuts. That's nuts. And how the government or whomever has us talking about this vaccine stuff really has got us at each other's throats to the point that people feel they need to go into hiding about not being vaccinated, right? But at the same time, this guy, if you're not vaccinated, at least follow the precautions. Like that not only helps other people, but it also protects yourself, right? Because none of this stuff is 100%. And I cannot for the life of me understand how, especially athletes who are so meticulous and so particular about getting every possible advantage possible, right? Every advantage you can on that football field. Like, how is this not looked at with the same amount of gravity? Does that make sense?
It make a lot of sense, man. And especially him. I mean, this go all the way back to you hear the things of when he was going to the doctor, the stuff that he was doing to his doctors, or when he was not paying his chefs, not paying for things. Like, dude, you make all this money. Like, okay, you make all this money, so pay your stuff when you do it. Quit doing all these dumbass antics. You were blessed to get the opportunity to play
Hey,
in the
man.
NFL. Something me and yourself would have loved to do. You get blessed to do this, and you go do dumb stuff. Okay, yeah, we know you came from the bottom of the bottom, but you got a chance to you made it. And made a good name for yourself. And you good. Antonio Brown good. You can't take that away from him.
Right.
Outstanding athlete. But it's the shit that you do like this
Hey,
to make
man.
people look at you different. You know, like, dude, just get out there and play down football, make your money, go home.
Hey,
You ain't got to
man.
do nothing to just stay in the media, you know, or whatever. Just be yourself. But some people ain't used to it, man. Some people like you come from nothing and you get to something, and you ain't used to it. You don't know how to act. And I think the NFL, I know they do. They have classes and stuff. They teach these young men how to manage their money, how to carry yourself, being when you make to the NFL. But
Mm,
how deep in depth do they go into to training them on it?
exactly. Look at
You
the
know,
advanced metrics, right? The idea that, this person runs X amount of miles per hour. If he goes to this angle and on this play, this percentage, and everything that we've broken down to an absolute science, I guarantee you, financial literacy or literacy period is not that detailed. Which is a shame because it trying to understand the mentality of a person who comes up without, and then they're just all of a sudden given a lot, right? That's a huge responsibility, man. It blows people's minds. I couldn't even imagine. But I think we need to figure out a way of doing that, because if the athlete, each individual, is better educated and better managed, or better yet, know how to manage themselves, then it's going to make the product on the field look so much better, right? How to take care of your body, how important stretching and breathing and yoga is, right? How to, do some sort of decompression, so if we don't get those videos like we got with ex NFL running back. Oh my goodness. What was his name?
Zach Stacy,
Zach Stacy. Oof, man, if you
Zach
guys
Stacy,
saw that.
and the crazy part, he come from the school that you played at.
Yeah.
This guy's not a dumb guy. This guy, if you go to Vanderbilt, I don't care if it's on a sports scholarship or just a regular academic. If you got the chance to go to Vanderbilt University on a full ride scholarship, that means you're smart up here. Because that's an opportunity of a lifetime that a lot of us won't get, because you got to have the brains. You know, you went there, and for this dude to do the things that he did, and then when you look at that video, it's like he done did this more than once because she was way too calm about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And you see
Then,
a lot of
but I
people.
know what he gonna blame it on. He gonna blame it on CTE from playing in the NFL. That's gonna be his argument. You know it. You know it. Just we've seen this multiple times when it comes to the domestic violence with athletes, especially NFL athletes. That's what they blame it on to get off. And I know that's what he gonna blame it on. But dude, the whole world seen what you did. That's about it. That's worse than what your boy Kareem Hunt did, and
With
Ray Rice. I mean that put the icing on the cake of what they did.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and it was interesting seeing, other abused women, of course, comment on it and kind of talk about like how they recognize that calmness, because you're not trying, like, this person's already at a point where they're willing to put their hands on you. You can see it, there are some points in the video. If you guys haven't seen it, like, I don't even suggest you watch it. It's horrific. But there are some points of the video where she's literally just laying as still as you can. Like he's the daggum T-Rex from, Jurassic Park. Like, I don't want to make a sudden movement. I mean, think about that. How she is behaving is how you would behave if, you're in the presence of a wild animal. Okay, I don't want to speak too loud. I'm going to speak softly. I'm going to plead for my life, right? I'm going to, try to pull on the heartstrings and, like, the baby. Like, it was so disturbing to watch, right? But her reaction was how you react to a wild animal, which begs the question: how does a human being get to the point where they react or they're acting like a wild animal? right? And this is beyond race. This is just that rage he had. Of course, there's something definitely going on inside that dude, you know. And unfortunately, it's being exhibited in such a public forum that when his son, I believe, who's I think like 5 months at this point, probably won't even remember this, maybe. Um, it's gonna get to the point where he sees this footage and he hears these stories as they're still looking for him. I believe last time I checked, he's on the run, and now it's a federal case. So
They he was captured,
he was captured.
I
Okay,
think, and actually in Tennessee. I think they got him in Tennessee. You might want to look that up, B. But I think I seen yesterday or the day before they got him. So
yeah,
and
man.
that's the thing. Like, why you going? What he did wasn't right. But this
Right.
this fool is an idiot. You gonna head right back to Tennessee where they know you got all these ties that you idiot. Like like
Yeah,
his mind ain't right. And then the thing that got me, he told his son, "Love you, son," as he went out the door after he did all that.
yeah,
Like,
man.
you
But that's
grown
that's
up,
what I'm
man.
saying. That's not somebody who's it's not somebody who's in their right mind. Like how diabolical is that? Like that's maleficence at its highest, form right there. And what's crazy about it is that most of cases like this ends up in this, a person like that killing their ex, right? Like, I mean, it's super extreme, and I think I'm looking at CNN, and they're saying that he got picked up in Orlando.
So,
Yeah, Orlando,
my
Florida.
bad. I knew he got picked up. I thought they said somebody got picked up in
Warrant
Tennessee.
issued out of Oakland, Florida. He was picked up in Orlando. Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, man, I know. Look, this is not a regular happy-go-lucky show, man. But it's one of those things that it's like it's unavoidable. One of those forces that you just have to talk about. Which brings me to my trending topic, which is also not a very happy-go-lucky one. The Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. Were you able to see any of that?
Yeah, I seen. I didn't watch the trial or nothing like it because I wasn't gonna waste my time doing it. There's better stuff to do. Um, am I surprised at the outcome? Hell no. Nope. Not at all. Not at all. And all these people out there, you get mad and stuff about the outcome. You shouldn't even be surprised. There's been so much shit going on and everything in this world. You should not even been surprised with it. I mean, you had to have that kind of feeling a little bit to knew the outcome of that was going to be. Now he get to walk freely. Now he get
Right,
to walk freely because they said he did it in self defense, and it is what it is. But this is another way of the media and America making something. It's a big thing, but they're gonna make something bigger to cover up what's really going on. This is something that we've been dealing with for the last couple of years. Something like this will happen. So all the attention on that, and it blocks you from what's really going on. But am I surprised about the outcome of it? Hell no. Nope, not at all.
it's hard in these situations, knowing that people lost their lives, and I think this is a strange case for me because the two people who got shot and killed were white. The person who got shot and wounded was white. Kyle Rittenhouse himself was white. It was a white jury, white judge. It seems very whitewashed, but it had all of the feel of some of these other cases, like the one I believe that's going on in Georgia, right? I mean, all these different cases, but looking at how man, like seeing some of these comments on Facebook with people comparing it to, yeah, he's getting to walk free when some other things are going on, especially down there in Florida with all of their minimum sentencing. Are you aware of the 10-20-25 law?
No, explain it to me.
10-20-10, sorry, 10-20-25. There's their minimum sentencing. So you can get convicted of a wide array of charges and still, whether I guess you're acquitted of one and found guilty of a lesser charge, that can still hold, I think, 2 to 3 degrees of federal jail time, right? So it's a felony versus misdemeanors or anything like that. And with that, it kind of gets taken out of the judge's hands as far as sentencing because it just comes with an automatic minimum. I think, our buddy Edwin Youngblood, shout out to the pastor out there, was talking about what was the case? Michael oh man, it's gonna kill me. Michael Gillis, right? So vet, he had no priors. There was a fight. He retrieved a legal weapon. He struck the man in the leg. He just fired once to stop the action, which is what you're taught in training. And then after that, um, he gets arrested and they dropped the murder attempt charge, but he still got charged with a lesser offense. And Dean, well, I'll tell you, this is a crazy case. You actually had the person who got shot trying to speak up for the shooter. You had the judge down there in Florida who was saying that I don't agree with this and I'm so sorry to do this, but it literally is taken out of his hands because there's a minimum 25 years that he has to do. And so that makes you want to kind of look at the scope a little differently, right? Pull back, get a wider view in that how like the real problem is the legislation, right? You can be emotional and sad, angry, all of that stuff, as much as you want to, but the real issue is legislation. And you can't fix that if you don't vote, right? And you can't vote if you don't know how to, where to go, how to look at all these local offices and things of that nature. But it's hard seeing all these people, compared to Kyle Rittenhouse when Wisconsin law is just different than Florida law or Missouri law, right? He has no responsibility as a 17-year-old at the time. But in New York, at I think 15 or 16, you can get arrested at 15 or 16 for one crime. And then if you get arrested again, boom, they can ship you off to Rikers and deny you bail, which is there's a Netflix documentary about that. So it's just, what do we do to start trying to educate ourselves and our kids, right? What do you do in all this? All this, Thanksgiving is coming up. You're about to get around family. Like, do you meet each other with, hate and anger about the vaccine or verdict? Or do you just hold them closer and say, man, I love you. We can figure out just about anything. But we can't keep coming at each other like we're the enemy, you know? I'm sorry, I just went off on a tangent there, but we got to start paying attention to these sorts of things.
You're right. And it being Thanksgiving time, you got to come together in love because you got to be thankful for what you got and be thankful that you're still here. Because me and yourself, and a lot of people, you done lost somebody this year, friend, family, foe. You done lost somebody this year. So you should just be thankful for life, thankful for breath in your body, thankful for all that. I
Yeah.
just I almost lost my daughter a few weeks back. You know, where would I be at right now if she wouldn't been here? If I hadn't been downstairs when that happened and get to her that quick. So what I'm saying, I'm just thankful for that. Off of and then that's the thing. People, we get mad and you get each other throats over something so dumb and senseless when you really should be, especially this time of year, you should be thankful about just life. And if you're still here
Mm-hmm.
and whatever you're dealing with, deal with it, but try to deal with it in the best way that you can. Nobody can tell you how to deal with any problems or anything you got going on but yourself. You know what your body is, you know how your mind is, so you know how to deal with things yourself. But the number one thing is right now we got to be thankful just if you still got life. Because I just lost a homeboy the other day to overdose, So 36 years old, same age as me. We came up ever since the age of my youngest son, Josiah, 7 years old. And we was been tight for years like it. And he gone and he got kids. So, here we go. We coming up on Thanksgiving holiday and you got kids that's they ain't got a dad no more. So, just that's what we got to do, man. All these trials, this vaccine and shit that everybody going crazy about, man. Brush all that shit to the side this month and be thankful that you got breath in your body, and you got family around, and you just got life. Please,
Yeah.
let's do that.
And pay the man 2 times. I ain't
All
forgot.
right.
No matter how sad, solemn we get, we gonna make sure you pay these daggone fines because we want Disney to adopt us as their children.
Well, I done told you 3 or 4 damn times. Disney probably ain't gonna adopt. As long as
Pay the
my ass
man.
is on this other side of this mic, they probably ain't gonna do it. But like I
Right.
told you, have you seen half the Disney stars lately? They're
Oh
messed up.
man,
They're messed up.
they're paid. They're paid. What's up, Manny Luna? Joining us, man. What's up, man?
What up, Manny?
Says minimum sentencing does not take into account the various factors of each case being presented in court. And I, which is here's the strange thing, Mr. Luna. Appreciate you joining us, man. Um, the strange thing about this is I can kind of see trying to get certain drug charges, certain sexual offenses, certain abuses, where these people who can just hire good defense attorneys, like our guy, Mr. Rittenhouse, right, can get out of these very heinous crimes. So what you want to do is make it as easy for the prosecution as possible to lock some of these more heinous crimes up with a significant amount of time. But what ends up happening is that it ends up being targeted towards a very small group of people. Like I don't know. All of that is too heavy. We head into the holiday times. It's one of those things of whenever I see these cases and these stories, it really makes me want to just hug my like I got 2 boys and 2 girls, right? Makes me want to just hug my family and say, look, man, we have got to just simply do better. It's going to fall to them. I've got a 16-year-old down to a 2-year-old. It's going to fall to them. So I think the best thing we can do in these situations, instead of allowing it to take us out of ourselves, is to make sure we get ourselves educated, educate our children, and hopefully they're doing the same, and we can spread it, spread the love a little bit, right? I mean, it's almost like we gotta stop hating on each other. Like, if there's some black fathers out there, lift them up. If they're NBA legends who are black fathers trying to do well in the community and they might get injured, and then a conspiracy comes out about them getting injured just because they're losing. We gotta stop. We gotta stop talking about those types of people, right, Dean?
Yeah, you know why. I know why you threw that one in there right there, buddy.
What do you
To
mean? What are you
bring up
talking about?
this right here, buddy.
We gotta.
Mr. Speaking of that, I know you got the message that I sent you about Mr. LeBron James, right?
What? LeBron James, NBA legend, black father extraordinaire, who happens to be injured.
Quit. First of all, quit throwing that shit in there because you're trying to make.
Man, what are you talking about?
You're trying to make it look like I'm down in the black ball, and I'm not. I'm just not a fan of this idiot. I'm not a fan of this idiot. And he's not hurt no more. He came back last night in a blowout loss to Boston. Loved every bit of it because everybody was talking about when Mr. LeBron comes back, everything's going to change. No, they still suck. Because he's not. Look, like I told you last week, the days of seeing LeBron in the NBA Finals are over. They're done. They're done.
Well, we'll see. Because he pressed the button on the whole. He pressed the button on the whole.
He's done. And I'm gonna
love
the button
on the whole pandemic.
I'm gonna love every bit of it.
Listen, there are some of these games of like who really started the virus, right? Who because God forbid, right? The pandemic happens. Everyone's trapped inside. All of a sudden, Disney launches a new platform. They've got on the ESPN end, which is owned by Disney, the Disney company. You got the Michael Jordan 10 series doc, which drove everybody crazy, right? So we were playing this game of like, who released the virus in order to, make some extra money. So I feel like you're one of those who like, man, LeBron did that so he can get an advantage, right? Because the best thing for an old player is not to have to travel. Like, you do not want to see a well-rested LeBron James, even at this old age of 36, 37.
Yeah, he did have something to do with that shit, hell, because that's when they went to the damn finals and won. Because as you see, last year when they come back to the arena settings, they get blasted out of the daggum second round by the Phoenix Suns, and which I'm calling this year they're not going to make it past second round. They're not going to make it past second round. It's a team that's called the Warriors. They got a guy by the name of Steph Curry that's cooking right now. And that's my guy. And we will see them back in the finals. You will see them back in the finals. But back on to your guy, LeBron. I know you got that text that I seen you the other day where Rashard McCann said about LeBron. Please read that. I want all these LeBron fans out here that's on our platform to hear this. And I know that we're going to get a lot of flack. Well, you ain't going to get a lot of flack from it, but I'm going to get a lot of flack from it
Oh my
because everybody
goodness.
know I do not like LeBron. But this is true. It's true in so many ways. It's true in so many ways. Go ahead and read that for him there, buddy.
All right, let's see. I mean, first of all, you can kind of tell the message by the allies, right? You got Mr. Dean, and this was posted by, I believe, Jason Whitlock. So it says it looks bad for Laker Nation. When LeBron James has heat on his back, he abandons ship. If he feels he is going, this is so ridiculous. I can't believe I'm even reading it. If he feels he is going to get the blame, he's gonna get another injury and be out for a longer period of time. Like, but don't that discount that when he comes back to a blowout loss? Like, this only thing this thing that you forced me to read has said is that you guys don't know what the crap you're talking about, right? You
Correction, my
and
friend.
Jason Whitlock, and I can't believe you and Jason Whitlock agree on anything. You know, this is shocking. This is breaking news.
First of all, I don't agree with Jason Whitlock on 90% of the shit he said because he's a damn
Pay the
idiot.
man. Pay the man.
But on this one, and this wasn't even really Jason Whitlock who said this. This was Rashard McCants who said it. He just said it on the Jason Whitlock show.
I know, but you listen,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like just like your boy Aaron Rodgers, he was getting into about the vaccine stuff. Some of his allies, right? Whenever certain people like, yeah, man, he's right. There are some people you just don't want their support. It's like if you're running for president as a white guy and the Ku Klux Klan is like, yeah, that's our guy. It's like, whoa, no, I don't want. No, I'm not with them. Wait a minute. I don't like this ally. I don't like it. Get him out of here.
Okay.
Right.
So back
Jason
to it.
Whitlock.
Back to it. I don't. And people listen to me. I disagree with 90% of what Jason Whitlock say because he's a damn idiot. But a lot of stuff that he says about LeBron, sometimes he has a point, but not all of it, because Jason Whitlock is totally an idiot. Jason Whitlock didn't say this. Rashard McCants said it. And I said there's some truth to it, not the faking the injury parts, because I don't really think Bron fakes injuries because he's built like a machine. This dude take care of his body. He works extremely hard to take care of himself. We cannot discredit that. I'm talking about when the heat steams up and his team start losing, he finds a way to either get out and go to another team, or he find a reason to blame somebody and get them out and bring in somebody else to try to fix that problem. That's what I'm saying.
So I want you to go ahead and put some definiteness on there.
No.
Let's see if we can get a soundbite of you saying LeBron James is out as a Laker. First chance he get, or
no.
LeBron James.
I don't think
he's gonna get some people traded.
No, he'll finish his career in LA. The only other team I would see him go to if he ever left LA, it would be New York, and that's because that's a big market. It'll be the Knicks. But I really don't think LeBron is gonna leave. He's not leaving LA because all his deals. We all know he's trying to do the movie thing and all that. So I think he'll retire Laker. But a lot of those players that's there now, aka Westbrook, might not even survive the season there with him.
That's rough to watch, man.
He the first one on the chopping block. He the first one on the chopping block. LeBron is going to go up there to Joe Lacob. Is it Joe Lacob? No, it ain't Joe Lacob. What's their GM name? God damn it.
Pay the man. I don't think it matters that much, man.
Whatever, y'all know.
Does it matter when you got a shirt like that on, man?
Hey, man, I can't get over this good vibes, and I'm sending good vibes. But this right here, this is good vibes for me. Talk about LeBron. I get good vibes when I talk about LeBron. Anyway, he's going up there. He's going to have a meeting. You let them lose about 10 more games, which they're going to do. He's going to have a meeting, and by trade deadline, bye Westbrook. He's the first one on the chopping block. Westbrook is gone. I don't think Dwight Howard would stay as a Laker. LeBron to have his ass up out of there. It's going to happen. The one that's safe right now is Melo. He's the one safe. But rest assured, LeBron gonna get three of them up out of there. Because he ain't gonna take the blame for it. He gonna be like, y'all gave me these guys. We all know how Westbrook play. Westbrook is a me guy. Yes, he get a lot of assists, he get a lot of triple doubles and stuff, but Westbrook want to take over a game by himself. He came down last night. He came down last night and jacked up 3 dumb forcible shots. He tried to force his way to score, and it either resulted in a turnover or a badly brick shot. LeBron don't go for that. You know that, man. You know that. All they got to do is have one meeting. Bye-bye, Westbrook.
So what you're saying is that LeBron James removing weaknesses from the team and making the team better after the deadline is a bad thing?
No, the thing is, you supposed to be the king, the greatest. You play with those guys and you lead them to the promised land. Everybody,
Mhm.
quote unquote, say you're the GOAT. That's what y'all say.
Who is everybody?
All these broad people. But if you came up in the era I came up to, we all know Jordan was the GOAT, Kobe's second. Braun's fifth on my list. But anyway, then you should be able to lead them. You went out and got a whole new team because you said the team last year that you had couldn't do nothing. And all those guys are on new teams this year balling. Caruso having a pretty good season so far. Kuzma having a pretty good season so far. Montrezl Harrell having a good season so far. You know, them was the dogs on the team, and you wanted to get rid of them. Why? To bring in these guys who can't even stay healthy 2 damn games, half of them hurt or be hurt again. Trevor Ariza, we ain't even seen him in uniform. He over there modeling clothes every damn night with his hair down. You don't know, well, is he gonna wear a Rick James cut one damn day, or he gonna have it in a ponytail? We don't know what he gonna do. I'm just saying, man. You went out and you cried wolf and got a whole new team, and you ain't getting no slouches. You got a bunch of old veteran superstars, but ain't none of them slouches, and you still ain't winning. So who fault is it? You wanted this new team. You did, Bron, and you're quote unquote the greatest, but you always cry wolf to get a brand new team all the time when it don't go your damn way. That's the only point I'm making, man.
Now, look, I'm going to filibuster to you because I don't know if you have a top 5 this week or not, but I would like to get your top 5 Thanksgiving dishes. That includes sides or main dishes or desserts. So you be thinking about that. But I want you, while you're thinking about that, because I know how talented you are, right, to also be thinking about this. Like, what's worse? These guys had to get away from a great player to play well, or because they played with him, that's why they're doing so well now where they're at. Which one would be worse for you?
Say that one more time.
So for me, when I see them, you say they left LeBron and now they're doing well. Like, which do you think it is? Are they doing well because they played with such a great player and learned something about basketball that they didn't know before, or because they were just too weak to handle the, I guess, very large shadow that LeBron cast on that basketball court and on NBA as a whole, and it took them getting away from that shadow to be able to succeed? Which one do you think it is?
I think they're doing better because they ass is finally like, I can be myself and I can play my game because we ain't got this crybaby ass trying to put all the blame on us when he do something wrong. And they got out of there. Which none of those guys. Only one that maybe wanted to leave was Kuzma, but then again, I still don't think he wanted to leave. LeBron wanted those guys gone. LeBron wanted Lonzo Ball gone. Look at Lonzo now. He's good. He's good. Lonzo had a lot of pressure on him because his dad did all that crazy stuff, but his dad's a genius because he made them rich before they was rich. So we got to give him that. But a lot of guys don't feel like they to blame for a lot of LeBron mess up. So they get away from that and they like, we can play freely now. If we lose, it ain't all okay. Bradley Beal go out and play a bad game for Washington Wizards because that's what Kuzma and Trez at. He's not going to put blame on them two. Bron put blame on other players when they don't go his way. So that's why I say they play better when they got away from him. He ain't got to worry about all the negativity no damn more.
So
you're free.
Man. So mental toughness is just out the game. Like, well, LeBron won't let me be myself, and I can't be good if I play on that team. Versus just balling out and trying to take on one of the greatest of all times. I don't know. I feel like, Mr. Dean, if that's you, you would definitely like rise up to the occasion versus just kind of shrink in the shadow of LeBron James.
Bro, I'm a rise up to the occasion anyway. I ain't always been the best on the team, but I be damn. I'm gonna go out there and play hard regardless if I like a person on my team. I'd have played on a couple of teams I didn't like the go-to person, like in like pickup ball or something. But I still gonna go out there and play hard and get mine. And I'm a team guy first, so I'm gonna play hard. So say put it like this. Put it like
Mm-hmm.
this. We played, and we had the great Edwin Youngblood as our point guard at Spring Hill. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Edwin was the option. He was number one. Our sophomore year, his senior, it was Edwin. Okay, I did my part to make sure Edwin get his. I defended the best player on the other team, so Edwin would, and in which I'm not taking nothing away from him. He was a great defender, but I defended that great person, so he would be his legs would be more fresh for offense. If Edwin messed up, and and if say me or Donnie or somebody went down and took a bad shot and we lost the game off of it, Edwin wasn't gonna put
Mm-hmm.
blame on us. Edwin gonna lift you up and tell you we're gonna go out there and get that next game. That's the difference I'm talking about. See, when you play with a superstar or a star like that, and you got that comfort of them, they're not gonna put no blame on you. You're gonna go out there and bust your ass even harder for that guy. Even
Hey,
though
man.
you the second or third option, he's number one. You get that positive vibe off him that you're gonna go out there and you're gonna give it your all for your brother on that field, on that court.
Mm-hmm.
Bron ain't that guy. Bron is close to who you want to be close with, a la D Wade,
Mm-hmm.
a la Carmelo Anthony, a la Chris Paul, but he only got to play with two out of those three guys because we all know they're the Banana Boat crew. Anyway, he close to who you want to be close with. And the guys that he don't really care for, you can see it in his body language on the court when they're on the court. You can tell, man. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. But that's the thing that people don't want to hear about Bron. Y'all want to hear all this greatness about Bron. Kiss my ass. I ain't finna give all the greatness about Bron. He is great, but he's not the greatest.
Listen,
and I'm gonna stick to that.
I just find it interesting that two things from that little segment you had there. One, we got three Allahs in there, and two, you just compared yourself to LeBron James. Challenge of the week. So, I don't know why I like doing this to you, but sorry. So, cows. The T is silent. That's right. Challenge of the week. COTW. The T is silent. Mr. Dean, what do you have for us this week?
First of all, people, I never compared myself to LeBron James. All right. I was speaking as a team concept. And Mr. Gales made it seem like I compared myself to him. So let's get that out of the way.
Listen, man, I'm trying to mediate. I'm just tired of all this black dad on black dad hating, man. I don't like this. Go ahead.
I
Tell us
swear,
what we got.
you get me with that shit one more damn time. When we come face to face, me, we're gonna have a long talk, buddy. Because that ain't it. That ain't it by a long shot. That is not it.
Look, shout out to Cal Newton out there. Gonna step outside, have a little talk. Shout out to Cal Newton, man. Challenge of the week. What we got this week?
Man, challenge of the week this week, man. You know, it's Thanksgiving week coming up, and we're gonna eat good. So I'm gonna do something because you eat Thanksgiving on Thursday. Some people start Wednesday night. Some families do it Wednesday night. Some do Thursday. Some do Friday. So what I want you to do is do you some relaxing yoga this week. You know, because the burn that yoga actually burns. You burn calories and stuff and everything. So that's what I want people to do. Relaxing yoga for the Thanksgiving holiday. Close your eyes, let your mind rest, and burn all that good, sweet country food that you're going to have to eat.
Absolutely. Remember, coming up next, Dean's top 5 Thanksgiving dishes. That includes desserts, main dishes, and sides, whatever. Whatever you do for Thanksgiving, Dean's going to give us the definitive Thanksgiving top 5 list. So Mr. Dean handles the body. I'll try to do something with the mind this week. I want you to we talk about Kyle Rittenhouse case, right? There's also these cases with so I'll put the names down. So Marissa Alexander, right? Down there in Florida. She fired a warning shot into the air to try to ward off, I think, an abusive ex or something like that. Because of how the laws work, she's spending decades in prison. I think as we speak now, right? Michael Giles. I'm gonna just say Giles. It could be Gillis. I don't think so. Veteran, someone who's out there in an altercation, trying to defend himself, fires one time to someone's leg just to get them off of him, doesn't keep shooting, doesn't kill the guy. He had the judge speak on his behalf. He had the guy he shot speak on his behalf. But because there are some mandatory minimums, um, he's spending, I think he got sentenced for 25 years. No death involved, no maliciousness or anything, but because of this minimum sentencing or mandatory minimum sentencing, he's spending 25 years to sound like Dean a la the 10, 20, 25 law down there in Florida. This week, I want y'all to start looking into, instead of being so, hurt, angry, emotional. I understand all those sad, all these feelings, right? The young Dolph thing. Instead of all of that, but you take a moment and start looking into some of these nonprofit organizations or .org organizations like let's see, there's an organization called FAM, and I'm going to put this link down there. It's just fam.org, FAMM.org, right? Fam.org. Let's see if I can get this thing to work. Hang on, dadgummit. Check them out. Like, if you don't want to donate, money or time or anything, like, we got to get more organizations like this out. And what FAM stands for is Families Against Mandatory, sorry, mandatory sentencing. Wait, hold on, that ain't right. So I should look at that a little better. Sorry, but there's a bunch of families who are against mandatory sentencing, and that's their website right there. You can take a look there, and that's my challenge of the week, to start looking into them or other organizations like them and to see what we can actually do in our neighborhoods for our children, for our children's children, to get them representation, education, resources, all these different things. And it's not just about, on the crime side of it, right, Mr. Dean? It's also about, like my one co-host here, who is working for a company very hard, right? There's a situation happened with his daughter. She has complications, almost loses her life. She's 12 years old. 12 years old. And although the company gave him time off, they are not paying him. That stuff like that just really bothers me. So my challenge of the week is look into people's stories, man, and see if you can support. It could be anybody. It could be you. It could be anybody in your community. Whatever, man. Just, we got to do better at taking care of each other, and don't let your stance on, vaccine or not or anything like that get in the way of helping people. We got to get back to helping people. So I'm going to put this link in the comment as well. This is the family's GoFundMe. Sorry I didn't get the shortened version of that. But yeah, just, we got to do better at helping each other. Whew, that's a big link. My bad. I need to get the shortened URL, man. But you can click that and it will take you
Covered up our
straight.
whole face.
Right, man. Look, I'm gonna do that again. Hold on. You can click that link and go to that GoFundMe. If you can't do it yourself, just at the very least, let's make sure there you go. That's a better version. Let's make sure we, share it and help this guy out, because stories like that, it doesn't have to be, right? Like we talked about before, all this stuff going on is senseless. It's absolutely senseless. So there we go. Dean, to light the mood around here, man, you got your top 5 list ready?
Oh man, got it ready. Got
Absolutely.
it ready.
So look, we're gonna toss this up here right there. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, yeah. So number 5 on the list of top 5 Thanksgiving dishes. Wait. Remember, you want to drag it out just a little bit, right? Make them want it, Dean. Go.
Number 5 for me. Not for
For
everybody
me,
else.
right? This is your
Nah,
list. You don't have to
for
explain.
me.
That's your list.
And I put this on my plate. This is the first thing I get on Thanksgiving. It's the turnip greens. Man.
All right.
You get the turnip green with that ham hock in it. Oh my goodness. Sprinkle a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt in there. Pepper spicing it up. And you can put some spices off in there too. That's my number 5 go-to would be turnip greens. Love them. Go with anything.
All right.
Mix very well with
That's
corn.
home improvement.
Paco got jokes.
Appreciate it. All right.
All right, man.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
move
So
on.
number 4, right? Boom. Number 4, Mr. Dean.
Man, number 4. And I like this where we got the marshmallows on top right here, dude. Okay. This is a good dish if it's got the marshmallows on top and it's kind of crispy. And that is, oh man. Thinking about it right now, I can smell it. But it's my grandmama smell when she cooked, but she been gone. But you know what I'm saying? You can smell it. It's the it's the what you call it? Sweet potatoes with the marshmallows on top. But
Sweet potato casserole?
No, sweet potato. But she put marshmallows on top and they be kind of crispy. So you get that kind of crunchy taste as you eat. Oh man, dude. I'm telling you. You ain't never heard that? Try it, buddy.
Yeah,
Try
man.
it. I
So
know
I'm
some people
thinking
that know
about
what I'm
like
talking about
candy
too.
yams or something. Is that the same
Nah.
thing? He said, nah.
Nah. They ain't the same thing. They ain't the same thing.
So wait, what's it actually called then?
Shit, sweet potato with marshmallows. Hell, what the hell? Oh
Wait a
shit.
Like, that's what I call sweet potatoes marshmallows. There you go.
Sweet potato marshmallow, man. Shit.
All right, man. Number 3. Here we go. Number three. Dean's Dome. That gum still don't have those graphics up yet. But number 3 of this list of top Thanksgiving dishes. Go.
Man, the number 3, man. This is a no brainer because it's got a crunchy to it, but it's got like cornbread mixed in it. Have you ever had corn casserole?
No.
Dude, if you ain't never had it, you need to try it. Get the recipe and eat it. It's good. You hear me? Got like a little bit of I think it got a little bit of celery in it. Got a little bit of cornbread mixed in it with corn, and there's a couple other ingredients in it. But I'm telling you, corn casserole is the number 3 thing on Thanksgiving that I'm going to,
Corn
and
casserole.
it is good. It is
Hey,
good.
let me know.
Good. And it's good the next day when you warm it up.
You know, I like that with spaghetti too, man. That spaghetti sauce. It seems like the longer it sit, the better it get. I mean, is that the same? Is that true for you too?
What's that?
It's like spaghetti sauce. Like the longer it sits, the better it gets. Is that?
Yeah, cause like spaghetti is good the next day too when you eat it, or the day after that. You know, you can eat it about a good 2-3 days in a row. But yeah, that's my number 3 go to right there.
Love it. Number 2, Dean's Dome list of top Thanksgiving dishes. Number two. What we got?
Man, my number two is, man, and everybody go to this right here. Sorry, man, my mic keep falling.
No, sorry. Well, I saw you scrambling.
Yeah, man, my mic keep falling, man. Let me hold it like this. All right, I'm gonna hold it like
Technical
this.
difficult. Oh, he got the.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold it like this because it won't stay on the thing. But my number 3, man, is dressing with the gravy on top. Let me tell you what, man. The dressing with the gravy on top, man, ain't nothing like it, dude. Hot, and then you put some. I always put a little bit more pepper on mine because I like a little spicy. But you can never go wrong with dressing with the gravy on top. That's the number 2 go to.
Let me tell you something. Hold on, before you reveal number 1, man. Let me tell you something. Frapping, that gum. I cannot. Something very important is gonna be left off this list, man. I'm looking at the list. It sounds good. It looks good. But something's going to be left off, man. You're going to make a lot of people upset. But like I said, this is your list. Nobody can take that from you. All right. Tread carefully, Mr. Dean. Number 1 reveal. Dean's Dome. Top 5 Thanksgiving dishes.
Man, number one, you know what number one is. It's what everybody come to get on Thanksgiving Day. It's that good turkey. Yes, it is, man. If you ain't eating turkey on Thanksgiving, y'all don't even know what the hell you. I don't know what you're there for, because that's what we all come for, the turkey, man.
Oh
Turkeys,
my goodness.
the thick slice, the skinny slice, the big leg. I don't give a damn. Any part of that turkey I want, and it's good with everything. Everything that I said, the four things I said leading up to it, you can mix turkey in with every last one of them, and it's good. Except sweet
Oh,
potatoes.
okay.
I don't know if you can mix it in with sweet potatoes.
I think you can get
I
away
don't know.
with it.
I don't know.
But no mac and cheese or anything, man. No problem, Miss Sears. Yes, thanks for sharing and mentioning GoFundMe for our daughter. Absolutely, gotta watch out for the little niece there, man. But yeah, man, man, no mac and cheese, Dean. No,
But I
we
mean,
just
I
talking
eat mac
about
and
chest
cheese.
pie. We just talking about.
I
Whew.
eat mac and cheese, but it's not. It ain't. I mean, of course it's going on my plate, but it ain't my top 5 things I go to.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
man. Well, I guess that's that. I mean, you can't fault the man. That's his list. That's his plate. Get up off of him. I'm still hurt about that mac and cheese. I can't even prep with dairy like that much. But look, man, let me tell you, we've talked about a lot today. I'm gonna leave you with a little bit more information. Okay, don't be getting down on people. Put your differences aside and understand the needs of people, and reach out and help each other, love each other. But Mr. Dean, one question for you: what do you call an elf wearing earmuffs? What do
Say
you
what?
call it? Hold on. What do you call an elf wearing earmuffs?
What you call it? Elf wearing earmuffs.
Earmuffs. Yeah.
Martin,
It doesn't matter. He can't hear you.
he's about retarded as shit, man. This dude, look, he get me with
Wow,
this.
man.
And he get me with this every freaking week, dude. He get me with this every week, man. But that's why he's my brother. That's why he's my brother. But we're gonna go into the last word, man. My last word. We all know this. It's the time of giving. It's a time for Thanksgiving. Want everybody to enjoy your holidays. Eat good. You get a lot of sweets in you. Everything, but be thankful for whatever you got. Be thankful for life. Be thankful for breath. Be thankful for your car. Be thankful for anything that you got, because it can all be took away like this, and just like life can be took away like it. Because I done lost a lot of friends this year uh, to a lot of different things. Uh, lost family, not lost family members. This is the people who have lost family members out there. Just be thankful for life. Be thankful for what you got. Be thankful for friendships that you got. Be thankful for family. Even though if you don't even like your job that you got, just be thankful for it right now. And I always know it's another opportunity. And if it's a point that you can give, we see people out on the road, homeless or whatever, or somebody in need or something. And if you can do a little bit of giving this season too, because you don't never know when you'll need somebody to help you. Um, not saying you gotta, you're not saying you gotta give $1 million or nothing, but just out of your heart, just give to them. If you see them out there, bring them a turkey, bring them food, bring them a warm jacket. We coming to a time where it's getting cold, and just do all that and just be thankful for everything that you got. Peace and love. See everybody in 2 weeks, because we off next week because of Thanksgiving. Everybody have a good Thanksgiving, and we out.